Alright, so we got the Polar Lights old Victorian house. Dad bought this almost 6 months ago. Once I opened it, I realized it was actually a haunted house kit, probably from an old mold. They give you some window material.
And
there's little ghosts in there. Yeah. And then Dad also has, I bought little vampires to get our haunted house started. But now we're gonna paint.
It's a ghost.
Oh, nice.
So, buddy, what do you think? You think you want to help Mom paint the walls purple? Like Mom will paint a wall purple?
I want to do it.
Okay. I don't have any of the Vallejo in purple. We could mix it, but the way things go in this house, we get distracted, and I don't think I'll be able to match that purple perfect the next time. So we got the deco color stuff, just the craft paint. Dad's just gonna kind of clean up some of the rough spots.
Okay,
And then we'll let Mom start painting purple.
I did that.
Sure.
Yeah, you want to paint too?
She painted it with.
I don't know if I could trust you with
She's
paint.
gonna have her own stuff to paint with.
So I think Mom can start by painting purple. So just paint thin colored layers of purple.
Okay.
And then we can always do a second coat.
Sure.
So that
Right.
one's ready.
This is Mommy's.
How about you want to start painting the walls purple?
Yeah.
All right. So and then I think what Dad's gonna do is I'm gonna start grabbing the roof pieces, and I think I'm just gonna paint the roof black because it's a haunted house.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think black's just fine.
Then
We'll see. All right. How about you do the front entrance? I think this is the front. I already kind of looked at the instructions, but there's a lot of chaos in here, so I can't remember how everything looks. I'm not quite sure. So I'm just gonna clean some of the rough stuff.
pretty
We could always clean it.
empty.
And hey, careful, buddy. Let's not lose any pieces or break them already. All right, so the vampires are gonna go away. The ghosts are gonna go away. Mom squeezed out a little bit of purple for
Yep.
herself.
And a little bit for Evan.
You got a brush.
I got one here.
All right, I think this is gonna be a good brush for you, buddy. But I want to get you, because I don't like. I try to keep my mats in good shape. I want to get you some newspaper if we can.
All right, now Mommy gets.
Mommy's gonna get you some newspaper. All right, that way you can paint on the paper.
This.
Yep. So the instructions, what does that say? Remember we talked about this. It says important, read this first. So we always start to practice to look at the instructions first. Dad looked at the instructions a little bit so that I have an idea so we don't make any mistakes. I'm gonna do dark gray on the roof. And then I can blend some blacks and reds and some other colors in there to make it look a little bit spooky, spooky, ooky.
Halloween.
All right, so I need to shop for more brushes. I always seem to.
I did it all the way to the
I'm
bottom.
doing long strokes, so it's all kind of uniform. Yeah, I think that dark gray is a
Long strokes.
good way to start on that roof.
That's a cool.
You could sing to us. Yeah, just sing
You got a
us,
little singer.
sing us
over here.
tunes. Yeah. W X Y and Z. Yay! That's right.
Happy girl. Purple's a pretty color.
Uh-huh.
Kind of
Yeah, we
Halloween-y
could
too.
make it a little dingy too later.
Yeah. like that color. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit and then I'm gonna put another layer on.
I think this is all part of the house too, Mama.
This is starting to look good.
Little girl seems satisfied.
Oh yeah, she's watching her cartoons. She gets restless sometimes.
Did you see all that rust?
Rust?
That's gonna make it like more haunted right there.
Yeah. Well, we could probably do some streaks. And
Cool.
remember, we've been messing around with the pan pastels.
Yeah?
We could probably do some pretty heavy pastels on this house.
Oh yeah.
It'll make it look like kind of old and crusty and musty and dusty and
Halloweeny.
fussy, old,
Fuzzy.
creepy,
Crawly.
weepy.
Andy.
Mustard and hot dogs,
Auntie.
ketchup,
Buggy.
buggy.
You know, a lot of bugs.
No, you and the bugs lately. You know, most bugs are pretty harmless, right?
Yeah.
Remember last night, like, you said you heard something in your room, and I said, it's probably just some critter trying to get into the attic. And then 5 minutes later, you're screaming, "There's a critter!" Yeah, it wasn't a critter, it was just a moth.
Yeah, you got scared.
It was nothing. You heard Dad say the word critter, so you just like started screaming. It was a giant critter. It's a giant critter! I'm running into your room expecting it to be like a giant raccoon or like a flying squirrel, maybe a horse.
Oh, a flying
And then it
squirrel.
was just a moth like that big.
A
And I
flying
said, "It's okay, buddy. It's just a moth." And then Dad took care of it.
a flying squirrel is actually real.
They are. Flying squirrels are a real thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's ways to scoot them out. You just shoo them out so they don't damage the house.
But if it's bugs, nah.
Most bugs are pretty harmless.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah, once it dries, I think you'll be able to find that you'll do a second coat.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll use some pastels. we'll probably detail it. I think we'll start by doing that purple. Dad's trying to figure out, we got our little ghosts made. There's some little ghosts that came with the kit, but we didn't like them, so we just kind of made our own, ran some little hair. So what we got to do is, I think we're going to paint that piece purple, and then the inside of that's got to be painted like a black color.
All of it black.
Yeah, it looks like there's a backing to the chimney that I need to glue in, so I'm going to do that first, and then we can probably paint the back of the chimney
Sure, I
to
can do
match that red. So we'll get Evan a tray, get Mama a tray. So Dad did a lot of, not a lot, but I did a little bit of detailing during the week on the windows and everything. We'll set that off to the side. Same thing, we gotta paint the inside of all this black so that when I put the lights in there, it doesn't shine through. And I forgot, Mommy made some nice rocks. I forgot, I should have put them on there and then did the grass. But maybe I'll try and figure out how we can blend that into the turf. So let's look at the paints. So let's see. This is like a dark purple. I forgot I did have a purple. I don't know how well it's gonna match up with that, but we'll be surprised. I got the other purple too, but I think that covers a lot better.
Nice.
So
If it's dark.
yeah, we're gonna find a black for Mom. The little guy helped me cut out all the little pumpkin patch pieces. We got the pumpkin patch glued down. Again, I forgot to do these rocks.
Again.
Yeah, that's alright. Woodland Scenics makes some molds, and then Mom just used some polymer clay and pushed it in there rather than messing around with plaster. We'll set those off to the side, and I will try and remember. The little elf princess needs lunch. So that's our diorama so far. We're gonna do a little cemetery here. Maybe I could have the boy help. We'll put the ghosts away. So they're just gonna be getting knocked around.
In our way.
So let's find a brush for you. That brush looks pretty good. Then we got our little popsicle mold for water. It's great because you don't tip it over. Everybody can. With little kids, you got to make sure that Mommy found she just put it out on the table one day and filled it with water, and that's a great idea. So we're gonna give the boys some purple. I think it's a little bit darker purple than what we were using before, but that's okay.
It still looks the same.
Yeah. So there's some pieces on the sprue, looks like for the back of the chimney. So Dad's got to glue that in. The boy painted all the handrails during the week. I got around to doing some detail around the windows. So we did get some stuff done. It's kind of hard because we're a busy family. So I also found these are my sprue cutters, and I found that Bandai makes some really small sprue cutters.
Which is for me.
Yeah, it's for the boy. I taught him how to use it, and he only uses it with Dad around, and then I talked to him safety, but his are a little sharper than mine, so I'm gonna go ahead
And use mine.
and use his. I'm gonna test fit it first. A little bit of a tight fit. The rails are all busted and broken, but that's okay. It's kind of what it's supposed to look like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on these posts. Can you put it in there for me?
Yes.
Just grab it from the top and then just line up the bottom post with those two holes. Nice, good job. We'll set this down. All right, so you see how I got that in there, partner?
Yep.
All right, so Dad's gonna put a little bit of glue. I might go back with a razor blade and kind of clean up because there is some excess flash. We use the Deco Art paint. Vallejo covers all better, but I forgot that I did buy a purple. Probably still in the early summer months because I think I thought about building a haunted house way back when. Yeah, so it kind of gives it like an illustrated look, you know.
Worn down.
Yeah, you could take a little bit of purple too. I think the boy might need some.
Sure.
Yeah, you should just do like,
Dingy looking.
yeah, dingy streaks up. Yeah, kind of like a dingy, dark, mildewy purple.
Yeah.
Another thing, like with some of the Walters kits, there are no windows for the kit. Dad's got to cut each and every window.
Oh yeah. So,
So that's going to be time consuming. Yeah.
glue the windows first before we put all the walls together, I guess.
Right, because otherwise it's hard to reach inside there and put all the windows in after the fact. Pretty much on the walls, I always do everything flat.
Viper.
Uh-oh, she
Makes it
says.
easier.
Just to keep the glue joints as clean as possible. Kind of fit everything up. I notice a lot of guys use super glue in their houses, but the problem with super glue is that it gets brittle and no time to work. But it gets brittle over time, it actually breaks. A lot Master Cement is pretty flexible. Gives you a little bit of time to work.
Nice. Where'd you learn about using that?
Just trial and error. It's like Halloween disco. So we'll see how that looks. So this will be, because it's a temporary thing. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. All right, so we'll just let all that dry. This one was kind of hard. This wall went up good. This whole section was difficult. We'll just let all that dry, because I haven't decided if I want to put windows in or little pieces of wood or what exactly I want to do yet. It's starting to look like a sharp little house though. So we'll put this light away. We're messing around with some lights. We decided we're going to go with the orange fairy. It's all starting to look pretty nice. Somewhere I got headstones. Just looking scenic things are already done.
Vampire's bed.
Yeah, it's a coffin. They sleep in the coffin. But they only come out at night. What do you think of the vampires? Not too spooky, right?
I can't even see their jaws anyway.
Because they're very tiny.
Yeah.
So there's our headstones by Woodland Scenics.
Nice.
And then, oh, careful, buddy. You gotta pay attention. It's little stuff, remember? We always talk about this.